Okay, we are recording. Okay, I just created a document for the Cooperation Laboratory CoLab, and I set it up for the purpose of this channel leader session and the channel guides. And I think I'll put that up front here. That's really the first thing we got. That's interesting. And heading two. Okay, we should use styles in our documents. Makes things easier to deal with, like headings instead of bold. So in our meeting, the 23rd, and we set up this structure of leaders and guides, leaders in the various channels. And the idea ultimately is to create teams in there and follow some kind of team formation process. Okay, and more specifically here, I've listed a number of things which would be to update the channel header to list role participants. And that's, of course, I'm referring to Discord here. And we look in Discord in the work study channel. Okay, I can click on the gear here, and I can put at Jim Scarver. Okay, do I have any other volunteers to lead work study?
Yeah, I volunteer to lead the work study.
That was David?
No. Yeah, that was David. And you said something about voting for leads. Are we going to like use that process to get leads for the upcoming month, or we're just going to volunteer?
Well, at this point, we're making all volunteers lead. Okay, within that team, they will have some sociocratic process or whatever to determine the roles of those leads, what their responsibilities are.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so you want to divide the responsibilities. So I'll leave it at that for now. But the leads should put their name in the channel header.
Okay.
As well as in the CoLab document at the top here, we have the channel guides. Okay. And this will evolve over time. The leads are the people who are fulfilling the role in the group, in the channel. Okay, next. Next thing that leads do is when there's new leads, they add them as admin to the CoLab Discord. That's one of the responsibilities of the lead. Add admin capability to let's just say new leads. Okay, and we think at one point I think everyone was made an admin. We may have missed somebody.
Yeah, we did that some time ago.
Okay. To schedule activities for scheduled and ad hoc work study sessions. Now, some channels may be working on more than one thing, and they should, the lead may want to delegate lead of the different issues to different people. But anybody who's leading an issue should push it forward on a regular basis. Get something done each week or whatever on that issue. Engage others and schedules activities, schedule work 80 session, and peer-to-peer connection with members. In developing a collective intelligence, the peer-to-peer links are the most important thing. And we should be talking to each other peer-to-peer as much as possible. And as a leader, you want to encourage that and you want to do it. My dad went out on the trucks in white covered transportation with every driver every year until he had too many drivers to do that, and then he did it every other year. He worked with every loader in the loading dock. But that's the kind of thing that's consistent with the results and of collective intelligence is that the larger the group, the stupider they are. The more they interact peer-to-peer and in small groups, the more intelligence the larger community will have, exhibit. And in a cooperative, every member is important and needs to be supported and needs to feel safe in contributing and in being part of the activities that we're doing. And this is just a brainstormed list of things. Pin items, okay. If I go into any channel, I should be able to hit the pin up here. Uh-oh. How did that happen? There's no pinned items. And get all the relevant information. Um,
I was thinking the document at the top is a pinned item.
yeah, it's not really a pinned item. And this is a big channel, huh? And this should be pinned to the channel. Okay, and we probably want to add this in the jump to present. Cooperation. Um, Current state document. And I probably want to make sure people know that we're talking about the CoLab. Okay, and then create a current document in the work study folder. Pinned to the channel. Okay, so we just did that. And this is in the, well, actually, we didn't make the work study folder. But what we're in here is, holy mackerel, my drive, what? I created a new document in the folder, I thought. I created it from here.
You know, you don't, for Google Docs, you have to specify the folder after creating the document, not before creating the document.
Always before it created it in the folder. This file is in 2 folders. Oh, I see. So it's in work study, and it's in my drive. So when I created this one, it created it in
So we could just manually add it to the work study folder then.
right. No, normally if you create it in a document in a folder, it'll create it in the same folder. But I had the problem that it was I had it in 2 folders. Okay, and I have the RChain members in my drive too. So it's RChain members work study is the main folder. So what I'm suggesting is that you can create a folder in here for the for the channel, and keep your documents in there in that channel. Right. So for every channel, there would be a folder. Am I losing you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Does this make sense? I mean, interrupt me if I'm not being clear. So,
Yeah, it is making sense.
okay, so when you go to when you create you do a new folder for your channel, and then you can copy that address to your channel and pin it to where the folder is, so people know where to put stuff. We're building a group memory to organize stuff, you know, in a way that when people come in, they can find stuff.
Okay, so Jim, can you share this drive to every channel lead? Share this this folder
Yeah,
rather.
Where I just shared it and pinned it. Didn't I pin it?
I was thinking this was the doc. Okay.
This
Okay,
is the work
folder. Yeah.
channel
Okay.
is where the leaders are, where we're doing the leader work now. We could create a separate leaders channel, but the main work study channel is where we're doing this work.
Are you sure everyone has view access to the document?
I don't have access to it.
That's it.
Yeah, because I just saw on your screen now. I think once wanted to view it, and I saw
Normally,
requesting access. So probably you need to change the permissions.
normally when you share something in a folder, it
You might want to hit the advanced button.
Why? It wants me to enter name. Names here. Oh, great. Well, now I'm going to find this. Okay. When you create it in a folder, it shares the
And I
permission.
can't find the cooperative laboratory document in this folder. Are you sure it's here?
Oh, I didn't move it there yet. Sorry about that. That's why you can't.
Oh, okay.
That's why you can't access it. Cancel. Let me. When I move it to the folder, it'll share the permissions. So I can go to RChain. Members. Work study. Ooh, we got working groups and we got work study. I wonder how much stuff it should be in the other place. But I'm going to move it here. Moving this item will share it with everyone who can see the shared folder work study. Okay. Now you can see it. You may have to reload it. And if I hit share now, I see that this is shared with RChain at googlegroups.com. So anybody in the group, anyone who's a member can update the document. So I don't know why all these other.
Let's try. I can see the document.
I couldn't hear you.
I said I can view the documents now.
Reload the page. You're in now. Oh,
I can. I've been
all right. Okay.
able to access the document.
Right. And if you want to add anything, you can add things. If you want us to review it, set suggesting mode. And then somebody will review it and say, hey, that's a good idea. I'll accept that. So you can suggest and accept. Okay, so where were we? Pin to the channel. Reporting activities in channel regularly. In channel, and maybe I should put here, and issues. And this doesn't mean the leader has to do all this. It just means the leader has to see that is responsible to see that it gets done. A good leader does nothing. My father had no responsibility in his business. Everything was delegated.
Okay, that's interesting.
And whenever somebody needed to come to him to see, he was always available. He would be reading a book. He would go to professional development, seminars. The business ran itself. So that's the ideal. Now, the same thing
Okay.
when I went to AT&T Consulting first time back in 1980. I see these managers that would come in the morning, take things from their inbox, put them in the outbox, put up their feet up on the desk, and read the paper. And I thought these guys were the laziest son of the bitches. They were, getting the big salaries for doing nothing. Until during the breakup of AT&T, they were the only good managers. They were the best managers. They were always there when somebody had a problem, and the other guys were all fighting with each other, turf battles. It was dog eat dog world. The only sane teams were the teams run by these guys that ran it well. What can I say?
That's quite interesting.
So take these responsibilities seriously in that you are responsible for them. But that doesn't mean you have to do them all. It means we want to cooperate. We want to delegate. We want if everyone does a little, we'll get a lot done. Reporting in the general channel periodically. This can be on the worldwide. This could be main Discord. This can be on the worldwide forum.
I think it would be also very interesting and cool if we could get to report in the official RChain blog.
The original RChain blog. I don't think many RAM users visit there. I don't know. I hardly visit the official RChain blog personally.
I think a lot of persons aside.
Yeah.
Aside,
we get emails from it by default, right? At least I do.
Because we want people who are not just RAM members to see what we're doing, and a lot of people outside the RChain membership.
Okay. if it's spread for publicity, then it's a cool idea. And then probably we could also add GitHub on the issue. We could give a report on the progress of
Right.
the issue on GitHub.
Right. We have that here. GitHub issues. That's a must, regularly. Okay. Especially if we expect to get bounties, somebody has to report what happens in GitHub. And one person can't do all the reporting. It's got to be, we got to all share the load of reporting. I see you're selling the social ledger, Gary, and yes, I want to sell the social ledger, but we sort of have to have one channel start using it and using it well as a model so that other channels can use it. Otherwise, it's going to flop because we already put up the social ledger trial in a dozen or more communities in RChain and DexStack and a lot of them. And just putting it there doesn't do it.
Okay. Well, I would say that for any who are familiar with the social ledger, try to make use of it and share their uses with the rest of the community so that we can all become more familiar with the social ledger.
Yeah, well, they should come to the social ledger channel and say they want to try it or whatever. I want to try it soon, probably right after the Berlin. I would like to try it for the leaders.
Yeah, regarding the social ledger now, I have issues logging into Mattermost. It keeps asking for server name and server URL.
Yeah. Give the URL. The link you got and truncate the login part and put in the URL. You log in. You're actually allowed to log in. My issue with the Mattermost is that I'm not seeing much activities going on Mattermost. I joined like a week ago or thereabouts, but nothing's going on there. So I feel like it's close land or something.
Are you talking about Mattermost, the desktop
I can't hear you properly.
application or the browser application? Are you referring to the browser application?
I use
the desktop application.
Mattermost on my Android device. So
okay, I'm actually talking about the desktop application.
Yeah, chat.divvydow.net.
No, I use it on my as a mobile app, like Android app. Yeah. I feel it works the same way.
Okay. Can I quickly share my screen for a minute so we could just?
Yeah. I put the URL in the document.
I consider myself quite experienced with the social ledger, but I want to encourage everyone to try to use a PC web browser to learn about the social ledger because it gets a little complicated on the Android or the Apple tablet. The Android style approach, it isn't handled as well in the social ledger as the regular web browser. And since most of our development is for the web browser, I think it makes sense. But I mean, Jim, would you agree with that? Would you say that the Android is not the tool to use on the social ledger?
I don't use it, but Not basically the visualizations don't really work on the Android, but just using commands. I guess I don't know if I don't know how well it works at all. Probably best to use the browser mostly for the social ledger. I mean, you can use the chat without it, but RChain, the address is rchain.divvydow.net. Not chat.divvydow.net. That's the wrong instance.
But that's a different server.
Yeah. Let me fix that in the document. Remove.
Okay, let me just share my screen a minute so I could confirm if I'm logged into the right server.
Okay.
So is this the right one?
No. That's not the right one. I'm not sure how you got that invite. You got it accidentally. But
okay, let me sign.
That's the one you just put up.
That's the same invite I got. Yeah, the same invite I got. This same one.
yeah, that was the
that was
the wrong
one you
put in.
pasted in the document.
Go to RChain, rchain.divvydow.net.
What's the server display name?
RChain.
Yeah, that's the URL. I mean the name.
Anything you want. RChain.
I feel this is
Just type RChain.
an Electron app.
Yeah, type RChain and hit add.
So I'm not running straight from my browser. I'm running from an Electron app, I presume.
Right. It said add server. So you.
Yeah, I did that. It's
Okay.
coming up.
My goodness, your connection is slow. And hopefully this will be the right place. Wrong place.
Get to in the world we'll have to achieve today. I'll take it up from here.
No, that was the right place, Jim.
It said Divvy Dow.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's still loading. That's weird.
Yeah, so we could go on. I'll take it up from there.
Okay. For now, let's take the new school channel. And I don't know if we want to make a different channel for work study or you just use the existing new school channel. We have, we can type /dig all by itself. We get information here that we, some of it is Divi centric because we're on a Divi server.
Yeah, that menu is pretty much the same in every channel you go to.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I think I'm logged in now to the
Okay. I missed that. But it tells you to, type dig help for help. And it tells you to type /dig A for a list of all the activities in the channel. So /dig help shows us all the commands, and we have we can have goals, documents, links, actions, norms, jobs, contracts. We can archive, access archives. And we can use the sudo to set, if we want to act on someone else's behalf. We put the @username, and we get the choices that of that person, and we get to modify the engagement or whatever of that person. So /dig, if I do links, for example, okay, I just get the links in the channel. There's only one link in there. If I do /dig A, I get all the activities, and that's it. We have a one action. We have one norm, and one link. Okay. Not much in this not much activity in this channel.
There's much more in the general channel, Jim.
Yeah, but we are the noob school.
Gotcha.
Wait, okay, these are ephemeral messages. I think they go away eventually, but you can hit the X in the corner there and get rid of them, especially when they become out of date. Nobody else is going to see them. That's not what I wanted. I want to do /dig team.
Dig members.
What happened to that? I didn't do it.
Dig members.
Dig members, dig team is the same thing. And Gary is the guide here. Okay, I can say /dig team or members, and put in @Jim Scarver, and add myself to the team. I could also add other people to the team. I can I can make myself a guide in there, and we can all help to make it correct. And then we get the graph of how I'm who's connected to who in here, and where. If I would just stay still a second, I could. Hello. How come I can't drag myself? I can't drag and drop. I can't drag people. I don't know what's wrong. Oh, I dragged that person. Okay. Okay. I see. My machine is slow. I got too many tabs open and I haven't rebooted. But we can see who's well connected, who's not connected. This is almost the sort of thing that we could get a trust metric from, by how many activities we're involved with other people. And if you're in the browser, you just exit the screen and you're right back in here. When I look at the activities up here, I can see that I'm sleeping in this. Whoa, what's that noise? Valentine? You're making a lot of noise there. Okay, so I'm sleeping in here. That's no engagement. And then I can choose a bit, I can choose more, I can choose strong, I can choose intense. And this really is meant to show the relative engagement of the different participants. So if I say I'm going to give the slightly smiling face here, which is I'm going to give more engagement. What's VGP Newton School? I have to look at that. That's the video production. I don't know that the video production belongs here, but I can see that myself and Gary, or I'm the only one engaged in that. And the only other activity we have in here is the norm, use links during migration from other platforms. Not sure what that means. But again, I could just exit from this. Oh, I didn't want to exit from it yet. Let me check off this. I don't know exactly what it is. It means linking, we link back and forth. We linked it between Discord and here. Okay, and it shows that Gary and I are engaged in this activity or this norm. Now, these numbers here, the 20 tokens or whatever amount of engagement, when we have an activity associated with an issue, we can use that as a guide. We can use these engagement levels as a guide to selecting the bounty percentage for that issue. Which is a good way to get a good idea of who gets bounties on issues anyway. And then we don't all have to vote the same. If we think that the percentages are different than is shown by the engagement level there. And if people don't put engagements for themselves, we can always put one in for them. We know that if Valentine worked on something, I can do a /dig /dig action at Valentine, and I can see, and now I see his engagement, and he's sleeping on this activity. I'm going to put in a bit of engagement on his part. Okay, and when he comes in the event log, oh, he's not going to see the event log.
I don't think I'll see the event log.
Okay, the event log is the event log is, what am I doing? Where is the how come oh, it's over on the other screen here. That's why. I thought it kept bringing the same thing up. Okay, in the Divi DAO, I can see I have 5 mentions here in the laboratory. Okay, and in the social ledger bot channel, I can see that that I and Valentine got a mention here too. If he's in this team, he has to join the team, which is join. He has to hit join another team. So when he clicks up here, he's going to have a thing here to join another team, and if he joins the Lab Dig Life, then he'll get the notifications here in the bot channel. And this lab here is where we're really meant to be, where we're going to end up designing the social ledger. Although there's another whole system for where the design of the social ledger is going on in Dig Life. And then you have, these are like the multiple servers you have in Discord.
I put the link to the invite to the lab in the chat channel.
Okay. Well, like I said, if they should be able to see it in the interface from this menu, they can just join another channel also, because membership is open to anybody in the thing. So I'm going to go back to the RChain's. RChain has its own server. It's on the Dig Life machine, but it's its own separate complete Mattermost. Oh, that's right. So from here, you can't join it. The teams I have here are members that we're not using right now, the public RChain channel, which is what we're in, the governance working group, which is not in use, staff only, which is not in use, and then the transcripts, which we're trying to delete. Channel or the translation, whatever. Okay, so we're in the main RChain here. And we're looking at the Noob School channel. Okay, and this is the place where we want to try to set up who we are and what we're involved in and what activities we're involved in. And when possible, we link to an issue. So we take an issue like, that's a big topic that we have to work out. What issues are we doing this month? And let's say the Worldwide Community Forum. Forum service is one of the things that we have. Okay, we have we can copy this and we'll, no, I can't find the tab. I'll just go here. We can do it /dig action, and then we make a markdown link to the GitHub issue. And that looks correct. Okay, and then everybody sees this, a new action, Worldwide Community Forum. They can click on it and go to the issue. Or when they do it /dig a now, or dig action if they just want to see actions, they're going to see the Worldwide Community Forum here. They can click on this and go to the issue. And they can give some amount of engagement in that activity. So now I didn't engage a whole lot. I only engaged, I engaged 40 here. But if I'm the only one engaged, then I get the whole bounty, right? Please note also that, you need to set a full name here. Okay, this is the whole social ledger trial here. Where did I go? Where was RChain? Oh, no, that's open app ecosystem. This is RChain. Okay, and the idea is that, you know, a lot of this old stuff we may archive, but we want this to look pretty much like all the activities that we're doing. Okay, now, technically, this shouldn't belong in here. This is the wrong channel for this community forum. That should probably be its own channel. But if it doesn't have its own channel, it can be here, I guess. But the idea would be that the channels that use the social ledger would create a channel here, and they would pin that to the Discord channel so that people could find it, and they would report occasionally back in Discord results, you know, monthly or whatever in the channel. The social ledger wasn't on this agenda exactly, but I will be hoping that we can use the social ledger, that we can access the data with GraphQL to do reports on it and to do additional visualizations of it. It's a way that teams can form themselves. They have been, you know, we add channels, we add members to teams, we add activities and other things to the channel. And when people come in, and I guess I'll show you, just for the heck of it, a more populated channel. See, a lot of people came in, there's no activity here. But /dig a here probably gives more than a page worth of stuff. Okay, and not all of this is really, you know, this is stuff that people need to know when they come in. It's links that, you know, it's kind of must-have links that that anybody participating needs. So we don't want to put too much here. We want to put the stuff we're really doing and the stuff that and the activity and the issues that we want to get people engaged in. You know, and that means, you know, that there's some leadership of the issue. Somebody is promoting access to it. And our community note is running. But that's not where we were. We were here. Real Learning Working Group. Okay, in the log here, we should put something that indicates our activity. What's today, the 28th? Oh, I'll just copy the
29th, Jim.
29th. Okay. And, you know, hopefully more people will take initiative and put notes in here, because you put notes in here for yourself, but then they're for everybody's benefit.
Now, Jim, you don't have to do that. I'll put the notes myself.
Well, people should be, you know, we can be, you know, everybody should be doing that. I see what you mean. I'm taking time now, but I'm showing.
No, my point is that I don't want you stressing yourself with the notes any longer.
I hit the wrong thing. And then we'll make that 29. Okay, and so are you gonna, you know, it's like for yesterday, we don't have any attendees listed or anything.
Okay, I was thinking the YouTube link covered that. So if you still want it to be added,
Yeah, well, that's, you know, I guess mainly because there's a hurry, I wanted to capture something. Okay, that was EB. I'm recording now. Let me just give it. I think that was EB. It's always reported. Okay, I think that's EB. So I guess okay. Oh. There's some idea what it is. If everybody contributes a little, you know, wherever you are, add value to the group memory. We have to develop a collective intelligence. So let me get rid of that. Okay, so reporting in general channel. Okay, then we get into the team formation process, which is already here. I didn't need to copy it. Okay, I added one thing though. So I'll delete this. Oh, it's in here. Everything's in here. But we don't need it in here twice. I think the team formation process is separate from, that's a heading 2, that's a heading 2. They don't look the same at all. Routine. Where the hell I got the 60? Oh well. I copied in some thing. Okay, so so in terms of, I just brainstormed out some things that I thought that the leader should be responsible for, and that the leaders should decide among themselves who's doing what. So in your current state document, you should really have people's name next to the things that you're going to do, and it doesn't have to be this list exactly. Now, where did you add the stuff? Okay, where was that stuff on the social ledger you added, Gary? Did you take it out, Gary? Are you there?
I took it out after you commented on it. It was down there on number 3 on team formation process is where it was.
I'll put social ledger participation here. Can you we can get the team invite here. That'd be me. And also make people team managers in Mattermost also. Who are the leads. I put the invite there. Well, what in the world happened now? Jeez. That should take you in there if you're already a member anyway.
That's it.
Okay. Any other comments on this? Any feelings, thoughts? Do you think this is reasonable? Reasonable start? You can always put comments in the document. You can always add stuff. If you want, I guess so if you really want something reviewed, in suggestion mode. and you put in my take out the garbage. If we think that's not a reasonable role, we can go reject the suggestion. And for regular editing, go back to editing mode. Okay, let's take a round. Reflections on the meeting. Guys, Nanso, we'll start with you. Nanso is on mute.
Hello, Jim.
Hi.
Sorry, I didn't get what you said earlier.
Oh, I was asking for reflections on the meeting.
There's an external noise now. Anyone who is not speaking should kindly off his mic. There's an external noise around now.
I think it was you. I'll mute Valentine just in case. So what are your reflections on the meeting? Do you think it was well, yeah. And what are your feelings in general about the channel leader roles and responsibility?
Okay. I believe the meeting you brought your points on the channel guides, the role we have to play in order to make the collab, the cooperative laboratory keep moving. But Jim, not actually because I assigned myself to be a guide on the video collab. But I'm still in the learning process of things a guide needs to do. There's nothing much.
Well, you have Valentine, Jason, Nanso, and Tony Prisa as video collab guides. So the way I see it is, that someone, I guess, needs to create the document so that, or create the folder, and maybe, maybe one person can go through, one of you can go through and follow the steps as much as you can, but there should be a document, and in that document, you take you take the steps and you assign people to them, or people sign themselves up to. Well, some of these are not real activities, but schedule.
Okay, Jim. I'll try to contact Valentine Jason on video collab. So we'll come up with the folder you requested.
Yeah, Tony and Valentine are here. If anybody wants to take assign themselves to this, they should put their name on the activities that they're going to be part of. Of course, we could go through creating a folder for the video collab and creating a video collab document. But we are going on an hour and a half, and I am going to have to end. soon. We might be able to accomplish that without me. Somebody wants to take the lead and go ahead and do that.
I'm glad to see us sort of self-organizing around this the Discord platform. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Gary.
Yes. So yeah, I like this managers meeting. That shows to me that we're taking responsibility for this platform we're building, sort of alongside with RChain as members of the community, the active members of the community, and I had always hoped or thought that this would happen over on the social ledger. I thought that would be the tool best used, but as I've sort of gotten involved with Discord, I realize Discord has many advantages as well. But I think I'm starting to get a vision of how we can use the tools from these many platforms and get a sense of community where we move between these platforms and you know, work and have community and so this is exciting, and I you know, as you can probably tell, I'm a big advocate of the social ledger. And just one more thing, as the RChain platform you saw on Mattermost, I created a similar platform sort of devoted to video video production. I called it the Video Production Group. It never took off, but that's there and available should any of us want to use that. But I'll give you all an invitation to that. It's over on the DiviDAO server as well.
Okay, you know, I'm following this let's okay, I'm forming this as a as you know, more as a work group document, current state document, but you know, we have definition of purpose and scope, decision process. Okay, and then we have the roles. We have regular meetings, channels for working and reporting, current state document, I could say like this one.
Jim, share your screen.
Oh. Okay. I mean, there was great silence when I said, you know, go ahead, like, you know, following the process, define purpose and scope. So, you know, right at the top of the current state document is where we define the purpose and scope. And I haven't done that yet. Okay. Well, actually, we do have a document that does that, which is we can refer to anyway, which is the the I'll just put in here for now. C Tech Reliance RChain Self Working Group. Doc. Okay, which was an earlier version. I mean, a lot of that document is outdated, but we can to be updated. And we probably can put a link for Socratic consent in there. Maybe we have to be a little more explicit here. Create a current state document. Like this one. In the work study folder. So the issue remains is who's going to create that for the video group. And
Hello, Jim.
yes.
I'll try to reach Valentine or Jason or Tony Prisker. So decide upon ourselves who's going to create a folder on video collab.
Great. Okay, so we could hit here. Where am I? What happened to? Okay. Okay.
Jim, video spelled wrongly.
I'm sorry, what?
Video. You spelled video.
You can
Yeah.
take it. Oh, you're on your phone. You can't. Okay, so there's other things that happened today. Which are not in here, but I'll put it here anywhere. Like, um, uh, we're still getting a couple errors, but the robot is almost usable. And Joshi, uh, well, I guess I pretty much did that by myself, but it is a CoLab activity. Joshi and a couple others were involved in the channels and testing and other things. I think Gary was testing. Okay, I gotta go. I actually have a meeting with Greg coming up.
Thank you, everyone. This is a good start.
Yeah,
All right then. All right, guys.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.